So we are going to be lying down on our backs to start. We're going to have our knees up and our feet flat. I'll get over there in just a second. And we're just going to start with Pilates breathing. So we're lying in what we call the hook lying position. You're on your back, knees up, feet flat, arms are wherever you're comfortable. And we're going to focus on that deep diaphragmatic breath. So in Pilates, we inhale through our nose. We expand the rib cage side to side, back to back. And as we exhale, we pull the lower abdominals in. And ideally, you're pulling up your pelvic floor at the same time. So just close your eyes. You don't need to see anything for this. Relax your mind, relax your body. Any stresses of the day that you might have, just let them go. And I'm going to join you on the mat as well here. So we're finding that nice diaphragmatic breath. Don't need that. Okay. I might move the camera just a little bit here. Awesome. There we go. And with that movement of inhale and exhale, we're going to go ahead and take our legs over to the left. You're going to take your arms and you're going to stack your hands as actually your palm is going to land on your forearm. And we're going to do some warm up for the spine. You're going to inhale, open up your right arm. Try to reach through the fingertips, take the head with you, and then exhale, close. So we're getting a little bit of rotation in our upper spine. And I want you to take your head with you if that serves your neck and your gaze. Let your eyes look at your fingertips. We've got one more. And we're going to switch to the other side. So draw your knees up, hands up. I'm going to draw my drawers up too, so you don't see too much. And we're going to inhale, open, exhale, close. Again, this is part of some of the primal movement warm-up series. So we're going to open, inhale, exhale, close. We're going to do it 2 more times. And close. And last one. We're going to come back up so that our knees are flat. You're going to extend, excuse me, move that way there. You're going to extend your right leg and your left knee is bent. What we're going to do is reach our right arm up. We're going to start by moving our left knee and feeling that opening and come on to your belly. Again, the belly position, you're going to come up into extension. You could call it an upward dog. You could call it all sorts of things. And come back down. Here's the key point. I want you to lead with your left foot. Hold that position before you come up and over. Take a big inhale to prepare. And exhale. Lead with the knee first. Go as far as you can before you take the body with you. You're going to walk your hands in wherever is appropriate for your body with extension. Squeeze your glutes. Draw the tailbone down. Try to find the lift from the mid-back, not the low back so much. We come down. We're going to do this one more time. We lead with our left foot. Reach over as far as you can go before you take the body with you. Switch sides, right knee up, left leg is extended long. And again, we're going to find that rotation in your pelvis first. Oops, there's my pile of goodies. And then find that extension. Some of you may not feel good to your back. Come onto your forearms, tuck the tailbone slightly, or wherever is good for you to be today, find that place. Come down. Here's our key point. We initiate with the right foot. And I reach as far as I can before I come back. Big inhale. Exhale, lead with my knee. Body follows, head follows, gaze follows. So I'm looking ahead of me, not all the way up, nor am I looking down. I find some extension in my spine. And I lead with that foot and knee again. And reach back. Extend both legs, both arms. Imagine you're being stretched in two directions. Chin is lifted so you maintain the cervical curve of your neck. One more deep breath. And hug the knees back in towards your chest. Rock side to side. Feet down at your side. We're still in our warm-up position here, our warm-up moves. Articulation of your spine, as opposed to a yoga bridge where you might just lift. You're actually going to press down into your low back. Articulate the spine up. Inhale at the top. And exhale to press down one vertebrae at a time. And again, inhale, prepare. We come to neutral. We exhale, press our low back down. We try to find each vertebrae. Individuate them as you come up. And do the same thing as you come down without changing the position of your neck. We've got one more. Place the hands behind the head. You're going to come into a half pelvic curl. We want to find that deep lowest abdominal muscle, your transverse abdominis. That's the one you feel when you exhale, when you forcibly cough. It's the one that contracts. So I've lifted into a half pelvic curl. I have my tailbone and a little bit of my lower back off. And now I lift. Exhale, lift. And if you took your hand and placed it right on the side of your hip bone, you would really feel a deep engagement in that area that's just below your belly button, just above your pubic bone, and off to the side. You can get it by exhaling deeper. And what you should feel is the area around your bra strap is pressing down into the mat. We're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now roll down. Find a neutral spine position. Those of you that take my class a lot know this series. We are putting our spine in different positions and working the core. So you'll work different muscles because of the different positions you're in. Neutral means I have space between my low back and the mat. These neutral spine crunches are not a very large range of motion because I'm not flattening my lower back. Big exhale. So the glass of water, you guys keep moving. This glass of water, when placed on my belly button, does not rock. What you'll find here is more engagement in the upper abdominals and lower abdominals. We've got a few more. Exhale to lift. Keep space between the chin and the sternum. And let's do 2 more. We're going to keep our arms in what I call a cactus position. My left arm doesn't quite come all the way down yet. So I may stay in this cradle position because it's more comfortable for me. So please do what's best for you. Find your legs in tabletop. Once again, you are in a neutral position. You do not rock your pelvis back and forth. And we're going to do some more work for the core. Everything's going to get progressively harder now. So please return back to the exercise that suits you if the next one does not. We exhale out. So those of you in cactus are here to remind yourself to engage the upper back muscles. The core is not just the front of your body, it's the sides, it's the back, and it's the inside where your spine is. It's everything from your butt to your head. So exhale out. If you have it in your body to do this, it's double leg. Exhale out. Inhale in. If you want, you can go between a flexed foot and a pointed foot. If you prefer one or the other, stay there. This next series is going to be a lot of exercises all of you probably do. And what I'd like you to try to find is a new level of awareness in the exercise. Keep going. This is tough. Exhale out. So some of these are classic Pilates exercises. You've done them. Let's make them even better. Put your hands behind your head. Elevate head, neck, and shoulders. Before you crisscross, you're going to try to get as much of your shoulder blade off the mat. Then you're going to exhale. I'm inhaling as I come center, exhaling to rotate my spine. The work is in the rotation. The work is in the lift, not letting the bottom tip of your shoulder blade touch the mat. 8 more times. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Either keep your hands here if you have a neck issue or come into this tight tuck. See how much of your upper body you can lift off the mat for a double leg stretch. You're going to inhale on the way out. And what I'm trying not to do, here's where the big red X would come on the screen right now, is down, up, down, up. I'm trying to stay up as I do 4 more. Inhale. 2, and 1. Rest the head for a moment, remembering that you can always have your head down. Head lifting is not very functional, but it does get us into the upper abs a little more. Single leg stretch. Beautiful. Again, lift your torso up. That is the goal. You can rest when you need to. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in, rest your head. Twist your head from side to side. If you need to twist your knees, do the same. We're going to come up onto our hands with our feet in front of us. I've got a couple moves in this series. I'm going to bend my left knee. And I'm going to find what we at the Movement Center affectionately refer to as trucker flap pose. You know what I'm talking about? The beautiful women that are on the back of the flaps by the tires. I want you to become one. And we're going to practice just lifting up, opening the chest, and coming down. This is version 1. If version 1 suits you, stay here. Version 2 is taking the right arm and lifting up. And up. Nice. I see one of you on the back of my screen there. Very good. Up. Raise your opposite leg for the same move. Up. The breath is inhale up. I'm coming onto the toes. You can't really see that in my video, but I'm coming onto the toes. of the leg that's bent. I think most of you are capable of doing this. If you're not, what you're gonna do is a little leg lift, which we're gonna come to soon anyway. Last one. Great. Holding this position, keeping the chest open. You're rolled out to the side of the left foot, the arm is up, and you're gonna lift. You're gonna feel that inner thigh, and you should feel the right side oblique. Draw your shoulder down. If you need to, come to your elbow. Do what's best for your body. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great place to bend both knees. Ah, mermaid. You can take both hands down and come into a deeper twist. I'm going to switch directions so I can project my voice towards you. Here we go. Our arms are behind us. I have my left, I'm going to actually raise my right knee to start. And I'm going to lift up, just finding opening in my chest and engagement in the back side of my body. I'm really pressing down into my right foot and really pressing down into my left foot as well, or the heel. So now I'm going to start coming into a lifted position, remembering that you can stay right here. You could just lift your leg, or you can come here and down. Inhale up. Now start taking your neck and gaze with you. I'm looking at my fingertips, I'm following them. If your neck doesn't allow this, do what's best for you. And remember, you can come down to your forearm if it doesn't work for your shoulder. Switch the legs and carry on. So I now have my left knee up. 4 more. 3, 2, 1 more. We come down and set ourselves up for a little externally rotated, which means turning it out or away from you. Arm up, arm could be down, left, 2, 3, good, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more times, keep lifting up through your chest, drawing your shoulder down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Happy mermaid time. You can stay here. You can come into some rotation. All right, let's find ourselves in a modified plank. So think about the setup of your plank. Spread your fingers. You want contact all the way across the base of the fingers, especially your index finger. Knuckle, that one tends to pop up, which then changes the angle in your wrist and can cause some pain. You also can do any of these moves on your forearm. Spread your fingers, find that upper arm bone and sink it into the socket. Feel your shoulder blades come onto the back and then shift your hips down. So I should have a little curve in my lower back, but not a giant one, nor do I want to be flat. We're just practicing getting into a great plank. I curl my toes under Straighten one leg. I'm gonna go left to right. I exhale as I straighten the leg. I drive through my heel. As I'm straightening my leg, I pull up on my kneecap to engage my quad. You can stay here or come up. Same movement. Tap the knee towards the floor. It may or may not touch. Neck is long on all 4 sides. Keep going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to your knees. Tricep push-ups. Drive the chest towards the floor. Come to a position where your chest touches, and then use your exhale to pull your abs up to come up and down. When you're in the down position, take those shoulders, open them up and pull them onto your back and up. You could be in a full plank if you like. So while you carry on with a few push-ups, we're going to talk about the biggest mistake in push-ups. It's leading with your head. Here's what it looks like. The big red X. Okay? I can do a lot of push-ups like that. I can't do that many like this. Let's give the wrists a break. Push it back to child's pose. Please know, if child's pose doesn't work for your body, specifically your knees, just come up off of them a little bit. Find that reach. Great. Let's come back to all fours and let's find ourselves in the plank again. Shoulders down. You should feel all 4 sides of your core working. You're gonna roll onto your right side. Open up. Hold. Remember, you can be here. Beautifully transition back into plank. Hold it. Rock back and forth. Reach through your heels. Come onto your toes. Switch sides. Hold. Back to plank. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, twist. Inhale to hold and reach farther through your fingertips. Back to plank. Rock. Switch sides. Inhale, lift taller. Back to plank. Drop your knees. Lower to the ground. Stack your palms, take a break. Let everything drop towards the floor. I'm gonna widen my knees more than my hips towards the corners of my or edges of my mat. And I'm gonna bend my feet and come to a frog. This is a small range of motion exercise. I want you to pull your belly up, engaging your lower abs, and then just a small lift. So it's glutes, hamstrings, and back. If you want your upper back to be a part of the program, you can lift your arms, your hands off the mat. If that doesn't serve you, stay here. Exhale each time you lift. The breath does matter here. It would feel probably a little counterintuitive to inhale on the lift. So exhale, gather your abs up and lift your legs from that position. Now extend the legs out. heel kicks. So I have a good amount of my quad off the ground. Find your breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, kick. And 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back up. We're in that modified plank again. We're going to do a wider grip push-up. So find that open chest. Make your push-up happen from your upper back, not just your pecs. So we find a wide grip, we spread our hands, feel free to come into a full plank. We don't lead with the head, we lead with our chest, and we go slow down, faster up. Slow down, faster up. I prefer to inhale down and exhale up. Let's go for 5 more. Slow up. 4. Sorry, that should be fast up. 3, 2, last one. And again, reaching back. You guys find that, reach through your fingertips, anchor your sit bone down. If you come up onto your fingertips, it'll feel more active, but do what feels best. All right, let's go ahead and come on to our right sides. You can always do the rest of the ear in your hand, but if that doesn't work for your neck, there's this, which is a much more gentle position. Please find yours. Second, we're gonna find, I bet I'm gonna kick this water over. We're gonna find neutral spine laying on your side. It's simple. These hip bones need to be level. So you need to come out of the top one usually, lengthen the space between your bottom rib and hip bone. Just like that. You'll start to feel your core fire more. Legs are out, reach through the top leg. We're gonna start with a simple lift. Inhale up, exhale down. So I only lift as high as I can maintain space in my waist, because I could lift really high. And there is a purpose and place for that. But right now, we want to keep our core engaged. So we're going to stay here. Great. This hand can be here. It could be here to remind you of what your hips are doing. Draw out of the shoulders as always. And 3, 2, 1. Hold that leg about halfway up. Use your hand for balance as you draw the bottom leg up. 1, 2, very good. 4, 6, 7, 8. 8 more, please. Sun is peeking through in my garage windows. Hope we get a little more. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to squeeze my legs tight together. I'm going to point through my toes and lift them both. 2. Sure doesn't feel really good on the cement garage floor, but I'm going to keep going. 8 more times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it up. I call this walking legs. Bottom leg forward, top leg back, and switch. Find your breath. Great. We're not going to do 16 of these. And as you know, Pilates instructors don't know how to count, so we'll say 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set your legs down for a moment of rest. Extend your top leg, reach your arm up. You're going to pull the knee towards the elbow. So there is a stable but rocking motion in the body. So I'm pulling in, coming forward. Let your chest reach towards the floor. And 5 more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the knees stacked. Try to make sure they're right on top of each other. Left hand for balance. Good old clamshell, heels together. Open and close. Great. 5, 6, 7. We've got 8 more. Keep that space lifted. Always can come into this position if the neck is starting to feel fatigued. And 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's move that hip a little bigger. Tap the knee on the floor and open. So there is a little rock, especially to accommodate the open position. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Great. We've got 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. You should be having a super burn in the booty here. Little circles. They're small. Keep everything stable from your tailbone to your head. It's just the head of your femur circling around in the socket. That's it. Great. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now set that leg down. Before we switch sides, we're going to roll onto our back. We're going to take the left leg and cross it tight over the right and pull it in. Release that hip. Okay, so let's do that on the other side. Usually, I've got all my friends with me, and you guys can fact check me to make sure I don't forget to see any of the exercises in the series. So let's see if I can remember it all. Let's find that nice lifted position. Please feel free to put your neck in the best possible place. Both my legs are straight. I tend to have them just an inch or 2 in front of my hips for stability. And our first move is very simple, just a lift and lower. 2. Great. There's lots of little nuances with this. And I think that's the beautiful thing about Pilates. If you just find one new thing today, for instance, push the side of the opposite foot that's not lifting, push the side of it down. You'll find more engagement through the leg and your core. 6 more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to hold this top leg halfway, use my hand for balance, and reach that bottom leg up. I'm going to do that on an exhale. Good. You've got 8 more. 8 is the magic number of the day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We come up, point the toes, lift both legs. Whew. Feeling it. Eight more. 3, 2, 1. If you need a break, take it. Otherwise, we walk the legs. You can make this as big as your body allows. There is a tip forward slightly and a tip back. 5. We're doing 12 of these. 6, 7, 8. Squeeze that right leg glute as you swing it back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to set it down. We're going to reach this leg up and arm up. And we're going to come in and out. So I find sometimes I feel better doing this with my hand down and drive the elbow in, but it's up to you. Support your body. If it's available to you today, try to have the biggest expression of the movement. If it's not, do what you can. Last 4 reps. 4, reach, 3, reach, 2, reach, the last one, and reach. Nice. Now we're going to come into that position where we bring our knees forward a little bit. We click our heels together. We try to make sure that our knees are stacked and we clamshell. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more. See how much opening you can get with the knee without borrowing from your hips too much. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we tap and lift. Now this is a movement where we are going to move our hips a little bit, simply to accommodate a larger movement, a bigger movement of your femur bone. Down and open. Nice. Find your breath. Every exhale in a Pilates class is an opportunity to draw your lower abdominals in, to find engagement. Every inhale is an opportunity to engage your diaphragm, which will create stability inside your abdominal cavity. And I haven't been counting. Let's do one more. Great. Now we're going to take that leg and we're going to circle. There are small circles. This move, we're keeping the pelvis totally stable. The head of the femur is making little circles. So if you think about the movement coming from your femur, not that it's your leg driving it, just the inside of the hip socket. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's set it down. Give it a little bit of love. We're going to lie on our backs. Your goal is to cross your right over your left and pull it in. That will stretch out the right a little bit more. You guys stay there. I forgot to set up my timer. Awesome. Okay. Hold that position, just enjoy it. All right. So we're going to roll on to our prone position or stomachs for plank series again. But what I'd like you to do is come from the bottom so that we can really work that idea of lifting your core in one whole piece. We don't segmentally lift. So I spread my fingers, draw my shoulders onto my back. My neck is long on all 4 sides. Draw my toes under. Exhale to pull my abs in. and rise up to plank. Got it. So it's a modified plank to start. I always like to show the modification. So the movement is going to be that we're going to swing this knee out and in. And it's going to change your balance while you're doing it. So if you are in modified position, you're just going to open the knee back and forth. If you'd like to try a plank, find that neutral position with your spine. Again, there are different, you guys can just jump right in. There are different reasons to put your spines in different positions. They're all valuable. What we're working on today is training a real world position, posture. We don't want to be like this in the real world. We want to be standing nice and tall. So I'm sure you've done plenty on that side. So let's go ahead and come down, all fours. Great opportunity for a cat-cow. Let's find ourselves in plank again. This time it's your left side or the other side, whatever you're doing. And it's just hanging. I'm not drawing it way in. And we open and close. Hang in there, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees, your version of child's pose. Could be here. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Enjoy the rest. I'll show our modified version of the next move. We do want a little bit of movement, rotation in the body. So modified is going to be knee coming towards elbow. Okay? And what's happening to drive my knee towards my elbow is that my pelvis is moving. Feel that little rhythmic rocking. The rest of us, we're going to try it in a full plank if we can. Spread the fingers, shoulders down, neck is long on all 4 sides. So it looks like this. You can see that my pelvis is shifting. Excellent. Let's do 8, magic 8 more. You can see that I'm coming from what I call Japanese bridge position. My hips are a little higher. 3, 2, and 1. Come onto your knees. Open your chest. Curl your toes under. Drive your ankle bones towards one another. For some of us, if you practice a lot of yoga, probably used to this position, this can be a very uncomfortable place for a lot of us. But everything starts at your feet, foundation of your body. So let's give them a nice stretch. See if you can drive those heels closer together. All right, unfurl your toes for a second. Sit back in Virasana. Just before our next moves, we want to do this. We're going to take the top of our foot. Oh dear God, that's a toughie. And try to stretch out the top of the foot. I am leaning on my right hand because I don't have a yoga bolster and this is pretty intense with a mat and a concrete floor. You should feel that sensation going all the way up the front of the shin into the knee and switch sides. Whew. Take that same leg. we're gonna come into two 90-degree angles. Now I can see myself, which is great. This allowed me to make a modification for my position. Curl your toes under. So if you have knee issues like myself, you're gonna work really hard on driving through the heel so that you engage the posterior or back chain, meaning hamstrings and glutes. Arms up in front and try to rise straight up. Yes, and then down. So two 90s and up. I see I'm losing the top of my head here. All right. As you're going down and up, you're driving through the front heel. You could even lift your toes. You can see me off balance a little. I'm keeping my ribs on top of my pelvis, shoulders on top of my ribs, neck on top of my torso. Great. Couple more times. Hold the low position and pulse. If you want to lift the toes of your right foot, I promise you, you'll feel it more in your glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Hold for a moment. Come to face the screen. So we're going to find a curtsy lunge with the same right leg. So what that looks like, I'll show you a behind version, is I step, I make sure there's weight on my big toe, and I curtsy. Step, curtsy. Step, so come and join me. I want to open my chest at the top. Press into that big toe on the way down. 8 more. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come around. We're going to have our left foot forward. You can try to guesstimate where your 290s would be from the top position, but slowly lower. If you can see yourself in your screen, make sure at this bottom range, you have your two 90-degree angles. And down. Great. You hear those great sounds coming from your knees? Again, you have the opportunity to work the breath through your diaphragm and lower abs. So I'm inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. And now I'm holding down, lifting my left toes. 6, 7, 8 more. Pull, draw those shoulders back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come forward. Now we're going to curtsy. We want to work the left leg. So we're going to step the right leg back. I think I did it this way. Either one is fine. Your work here is big toe hits. Eight more. Three, 2, and 1. So here's our finisher. Stand at the edge of your mat, nice and tall. Find a couple breaths. We're going to do a roll down, which we normally do on the floor. So you're letting the spine articulate, letting the head go. If you need to at some point, you'll bend your knees to find the floor. You'll walk yourself out. You're gonna plank to your down dog. And I called it your down dog because you can focus on any variation of it. Come down, hold your plank, long neck. Remember, you can be here to here. They're all good. Reach, and back, reach, and back. Let's drop our knees, step our left knee forward for our lunge. You all know where you could be with this. Some of you need to be here to get a better stretch. Some of you need to be here. Hold that. Remember, your psoas muscle attaches onto your lumbar spine in the front, right here. So if you're trying to stretch your hip flexors, and your psoas is one of them, if you're down, you're missing that opportunity to connect to those upper fibers. The knee can be down, but find that lift. Find a little twist. You could reach your arm, you could put your hand here on your sacrum and find the twist in the mid to upper back. However you want to do it. Hands down, shift, right leg. Find your version of a hip flexor stretch. Knee down, knee up. If the knee is up, push through the back side of the knee. Open it up towards the ceiling. Drop it down for your twist. One last time, find yourself in child's pose or any rest pose that works for you. While you're there, I just want to thank everybody for joining us today. It feels really good to be able to connect with everyone. These are donation based, but we're not expecting payment. If you can help keep us afloat along the way, that's great. We're at, our Venmo account is movement-center-1. Those of you that are regular attendees at the Movement Center, we're just taking a punch off your punch card. So thanks again for joining us.